All right, Wednesday the 12th, we have a full body, as many rounds as possible or reps as possible, and we have a part 2. So we're all doing 15 minutes. If you need to do less, you can, but we're all doing 15 minutes. And we are doing burpees, single arm swings, and Russian twists. And then our part 2 is jumping jacks and crunches. So we have burpees, which is either gonna be full, half, height, single arm swings. We talked about swings in the first week. This is a single arm swing, and make sure you switch sides. And Russian twists. Or no weight, and heels on the ground. And then part 2, 4 reps, jumping jacks and regular crunches where just your shoulders are coming off the ground. Okay, so as I stated, we are all doing 15 minutes. So you are gonna go into your timers app, find AMRAP, and it's gonna be 15 minutes time, okay? So the way this works is you just repeat the 3 exercises, burpees, single arm swings, and Russian twists, as many times as you can until the 15 minutes is up. So you're not counting it really as a round. You're not doing 3, taking a break, doing 3, taking a break. You are continuously working until you can no longer. So the goal would be to be able to work the entire time. If you are new, if you don't really have good stamina, I like to call it breath, good breath. If you find that you get out of breath easy, then you are gonna obviously take some breaks, but you don't want them to be planned. The point is that this is very vigorous, which is why it's only 15 minutes, okay? So you should be working your butt off for that 15 minutes. That's why these workouts are so effective, and that's why they can be so short, because it's just work, work, work for 15 minutes. So, burpees, so we have 8 burpees. So I don't know if I went over this. I went over this a little bit because we had, I think, the devil presses maybe in week 1. I feel like we did something similar to a burpee in week 1. So there's 3 variations. There's a full burpee, a half burpee, and a burpee off of a height. So I usually start with full, but I'm gonna go reverse because the chair's right here. So your easiest form of a burpee is gonna be off of a height. You're gonna put your hands on that height. So height means your upper body's off the ground. So it could be a couch, it could be a table, it could be anything. So you're gonna put your hands on the height. You're gonna jump your feet out into high plank. So you wanna make sure your butt's not up, your hips aren't sagging, you're in a nice neutral position. Jump your feet back in and jump up, okay? That is your most basic burpee. Down, out, in, up. Now, if you are somebody who cannot jump or have knee issues or any other issues, you're just gonna break it down in every way that you can. So you could break it down by stepping out, jumping in, or stepping in, jumping out, or stepping both ways. You can step out, step in, and when you get to the top, you cannot jump at all if you can't jump, okay? So you can really break it down as far as you need to. The mid-range burpee is called a half burpee. So that's where you're going to go down, you're gonna jump out to a high plank, and then you're gonna jump back in. So you're gonna go down, jump out into high plank, jump back in with kind of a wider stance, stand up and jump. Down, out to high plank, into wide squat, jump. 2, down, out to high plank, into wide squat, jump, okay? That is your mid-range burpee. Your full burpee is all of that, except when you jump out to high plank, you're actually going to lay your chest on the floor. So you're gonna go down, jump out, come down, everything's on the floor. My legs, my chest, my stomach. Then I'm gonna pop back up and jump. Okay? So your whole body goes on the floor, and even with all of those, you can still add in stepping out, stepping in, no jump at the top if you have to, okay? So that has a huge variety of modifications. Single arm swings. So we talked about swings before. I'm just gonna briefly go over it again. This is the motion where you are hinging and you kind of have a pendulum going. So you have a slight bend in your knees, your hips and your butt are gonna push back to the wall. Your back is gonna lower, but it's going to be straight. And then you're gonna come back up, okay? So instead of having both hands on one weight or a weight in both hands, you're doing a single arm swing. So it looks like this from the front. I always put this arm out to the side just for some balance. This is what it looks like from the side. So we're doing all the same things, except we're only holding a weight in one hand. Then of course you're going to switch hands and do the same thing. Russian twists, I can't remember if we talked about these or not, but this one also has a decent amount of variations. So your most difficult Russian twist is weighted and your feet are off the ground. You're going to twist across your body, make sure your shoulders and your head are looking, come over the middle and cross over. So you want to avoid only moving your arms and not actually twisting your core. So the point of this one is to twist your core. So twist, twist, twist. By making sure that you're looking in the direction, it helps your upper body twist better, okay? Now, you can also do legs off the floor with no weight. That's a little bit easier. You can do heels on the floor with a weight. And then your easiest option would be heels on the floor, no weight. Okay? So again, you're just going to constantly run through those 3 exercises until you are done. If you are curious on how many you get done, you're gonna tally after 3. So I keep like a little notepad and a pen and I do my 3 tally, So I'm not taking a rest, but I'm tallying so I can count later. So once I hit my 15 minutes, however many tallies I have, I'm going to times that by the number of reps, which is the number in front of the exercise. So if I got 10 tallies done, that means I did 80 burpees, 120 single arm swings per, and 160 Russian twists, okay? So you don't have to keep track at all, but I always am very curious because the number is always really high. So I like seeing that because it makes me not feel bad about doing such a short workout because I got so much work done. So I personally enjoy seeing that number. If you don't care, then you're just gonna do it and not tally. Our part 2 is 4 reps. So 75 to 100 reps, you're doing jumping jacks and crunches. So you're not doing them one after the other. You're just gonna pick a number for jumping jacks, so maybe 80, and you're gonna do those, and then you're gonna pick a number for crunches, which may be 97, and then you're gonna do those, okay? So jumping jack, nice big arms and legs. If you can't jump, step, 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 and crunches, your knees are bent and just your shoulders are lifting off the ground. So you're gonna put your hands behind your head very lightly. You're gonna make sure you're looking up or diagonal in front. You don't wanna crunch your neck and put your chin onto your chest. Open up your arms and you're just gonna crunch up so just your shoulders are lifting off the ground. You could also do it with straight arms. And again, just your shoulders. This is your basic regular crunch, okay? So you'll do your reps for each of those for your part 2.